Okay, so I'm just going to show you how I do my cake consultations and my setup. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flavors here, so I kind of vary between 6 and 7, and I will put out my most popular cake flavors for my guest. So we have like a lemon forest fruits, a white chocolate raspberry, orange, an orange sponge, which is very popular, chocolate salted caramel, vanilla, and then chocolate peanut butter, which is my latest flavor, and a white chocolate hazelnut. And then I've also just added 2 little cookies, just to kind of show that you can order extra things. They can be personalized. It's a nice little touch, and they make a gorgeous wedding favor. And then I just have my plates ready to go. So 2 plates, a napkin, a nice little cake fork, and also a knife so that the couple can split the cake between them and enjoy. So very simple setup. Now I used to have all my display cakes along here and up on this shelf, all ready for people to look at, and that is my next thing to do this year. Because of COVID and having a baby in the last few years, I did not get on top of making display cakes, so I'm really excited. I've got new designs ready to go that I'll be putting out. I can show you a sneak peek of the designs that I'm planning for my next bunch of display cakes, so that's really exciting. And I'm using this as inspiration because I want to go for a real pop of colour, so I just like the colours here, so I'll be using these colours to inspire these designs. And then I have 2 clean glasses, 2 clean cups, all ready to go. Everything's been cleaned and disinfected. I leave my patio doors open just for some fresh air, so that it's just really healthy and clean and a lovely atmosphere for my guest. And then that's it really. It's my kitchen all ready to go, but that will be my setup for when the guests arrive. And then of course I have my colours and my pencils ready to kind of draw any designs. I just need to get my paper out and my laptop so that I have all their details to hand, so that will be the next thing to do. But that's just a kind of typical cake setup. I do change it around sometimes. I've had cupcake flavors before, but this is kind of a typical setup that I will do when I have my tastings. So it went really well. We had a really lovely morning. The couple that I met was super sweet, really brilliant to meet them in person. And we've settled on a final cake design, so I can't wait to make this cake because this is something that I just love. I love moons and stars and anything that's kind of celestial and like really whimsical and organic. Hey, so I'll just talk you through kind of how my morning went in terms of doing a cake tasting. So we're in 2023 and this is actually my first one-to-one tasting in a while, and kind of starting off the new year with a bang, so it's been really lovely. And like you see, so I have all the cakes laid out. The couple will come in, obviously offer them a hot drink, tea, coffee, or depending on where you are, or if it's a very hot day, a cool drink, whatever it is you like. Some people offer like an alcoholic beverage or a Prosecco or something. It's not something that I do because I find, one, if you don't have a lot of people coming in that day, it doesn't make sense to then open something like a Prosecco that's going to go flat. Also, I don't actually feel that drinking like any sort of carbonated drink along with tasting cake kind of cleans the palate. It can actually make cake taste a little strange. So, but everyone's different. It's quite a nice thing to kind of give as a little celebratory thing, so just add those personal touches and the stuff that makes your business really unique. And so they'll come in, and I would have spoken to them prior, so I'll have information about the style of cake that they're after, and I would have usually given them a price. I don't really like meeting clients when I don't have a ballpark figure of where they are with their budget, or if they just literally have no idea about my prices, because then if you're like so much more expensive than they're expecting, it's just a bit of a waste of their time, you know. So it's good that if they're coming to you for a tasting, they're already mindset that you're within their budget, and then you can kind of go from there, and it's just a much more efficient and effective meeting. And then while they're tasting the cake, I will run through some details with them, you know, maybe ask about the theme that they're going for, look at some images that they have on their phone, giving them time at the beginning to actually taste the cake and enjoy it. It's usually a good time to leave the room if you can. I was a little disorganized this morning. The morning didn't go to plan, so actually while the couple were tasting the cake, it actually gave me an opportunity to go and get my laptop, get my paperwork, and just get a few things together. But it also just allowed them to kind of try the cake and have an honest conversation together about if they liked the cake without you staring over them. So I just think it gives it a nicer and more relaxed atmosphere. So that's a really good tip that I feel works quite well, and just makes people more comfortable and makes it a more enjoyable experience. And then when they've tried the samples and we've talked about the flavors and stuff, then we can start to kind of look at design, and I'll start sketching cake designs for them when I have a good idea of what they're looking for. Give them another price if anything's changed and that, so kind of rework out my pricing. And the biggest thing is, if your customer asks for something that you haven't priced and you're not 100% sure, it is okay to just say, can I get back to you on that? You know, I'll get back to you this afternoon when I've just reworked my pricing. Try to avoid just throwing out a number, because you could then end up either completely under costing it and losing money, or you might actually really overcost it, and then you'll just be like incredibly expensive and it might put people off. So just make sure you can, you know, give yourself time to get those prices right, and don't feel under pressure to quote, because it is a bespoke business. It's not something that you're just going to buy off of the shelf. So of course everything will have to be priced individually. So those are my top tips for running a consultation, a cake consultation. If you have any questions, pop them below, and remember to subscribe and click that little bell for more videos.